Hello, it is Tuesday, March 9th, 2021, and today we're going to be doing some more work on our, what's it called, game for the 7-day roguelike challenge. I screwed something up with my Twitch stream, or not Twitch stream, but with my OBS, and it's not doing what I want. This is just not what I want you to do at all. Oh, this is so annoying. I don't know how to fix this. Can't actually see chat is the problem. Sure, if I remove that, and then... Sorry, I was messing with the auto mod right before I started this, and please just reset everything. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Okay, yeah, I was messing with auto mod because I said I was going to do that, and I hadn't been doing it, and so I decided to do it, and I screwed everything up. So let me get everything turned on. Okay. The camera has adjusted in the past 10 minutes, so that's always fun. Let me look at that. Alright, a little bit better. It's probably as good as I can make it work now. Okay. So, I confess I have done nothing since last time. I've just been kind of busy trying to get through the GeneForge stuff, but that's been taking quite a long time. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of this. Well, no, I'm not going to get rid of you. I'm going to make you prefab. Then I'm going to get rid of you. Yeah, there we go. And we can get rid of these tiles, because they're annoying me. Okay. Now we at least don't have that unused door. But anyway, yesterday we did a couple things. Let me see if I can fix the camera. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Alright, so yesterday we made it so that you animate when you move, kind of like that. There is a slight pause whenever you first start moving. That's mainly because we're trying to move into the first space. We can fix that easily. The next problem is that we can click multiple times while we're moving. We need to fix that at some point because it screws everything up. And if you're wondering, you move basically as far as you can. So right now I think we're set to 4 spaces, so we'll move the first 4 spaces of a path. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, I think we'll end up here. Maybe we'll end up here, which would mean that we only move 3. But let's see. So it's 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay. That's because we're moving across the first one. Okay. So we can fix that pretty easily. I have to remember where it is though. It's not in, let's see, where did I put it? It must be in the player component, right? I bet you that's where I put it. You should, okay, should be you. Yes, okay. So let's check this out. Basically, whenever we move, we use a coroutine to do it. So we use this move, wait, this is a function. Okay, so this computes all the positions. Basically what this does is this computes the path. Or no, this takes in the path, and it decides what the last node is, grabs the list of vector 3s, iterates through the nodes, converts each node to a vector 3, and then, actually, we could do path.nodes.take, right? Or is it dot, oh god, what is it? It would be using system.link. We can make this better, actually. System.link. I think we can do nodes.take. Yeah. I don't remember if this has an issue. If the number... Basically, if the list has 5 nodes and we say take 6, will we only get 5 or will we get an error? I actually don't know. Let me find out. C# link take. Let's find out what happens. Okay. Exceptions, null argument, contains that number of elements. Following demonstrates take, remarks. Deferred execution yields if count is less than or equal to 0, it is not enumerated and empty is returned. take and skip functional complements given a sequence and in. I don't know that it says. This is top 3, okay. Contains a specified from the start of the input sequence. Source is null. Take enumerated source. If count exceeds the number, all elements of source are returned. Okay. So basically, yeah, it does exactly what you would expect. Okay. So let us say... Okay, so what do we want to do? What we want to do is we want to say if... I would say, okay, so if the path has a length of 1, we're not going to move anywhere. So what we would say is if path.nodes.count is equal to 1, then we want to return and do nothing instantly, because we're not, we wouldn't be moving anywhere. Otherwise, we say path.nodes.take, and then we take the max distance. So this will just grab the first, oh wait, actually, count is equal to that. So we've eliminated that case, so the count must be equal to 2, or we'll say less than or equal to 1. So the count could technically be 0, which is fine. And so this list of nodes has at least 2 elements. So what we'll do is we'll say take, or we'll say skip, because the first node is going to be our position, and we don't want to bother with that. And then we will take the max distance. So after we skip the first one, we'll take 2, 3, 4, whatever after that. And then for each node, we want to map those, and that's called select in C#. And then this will be, we want to map each node to a new vector 3 of node x and node z, as such. Then we say toList, and then this will be positions. Okay, and now this code is actually, it's functionally equivalent to what we just replaced, and it actually does more. So yeah, so that should cause that to work. And then let's say each space is a quarter, or is a third of a second, because that might be better. Now what will happen is we won't get that pause at the beginning, and we'll move the correct number of spaces. So this is 4 spaces, so we should end up there. And we don't get that pause, and we move the correct number of spaces. And I have 4 set in the player movement speed, so if I set this to say 2, now we only move 2 spaces, so we'll move here. And then yeah, here. So yeah, as you can see, we don't get that lag anymore. It's great. Okay. If we set this to say 10, but we only move 2, that's fine. Yeah, okay. That's working pretty well. The camera is having a little bit of issues following, but that's probably fine. Okay. So I was curious about that. Let's see how the AI deals with it. Because I was curious what they do. Yeah. Get our input locked for a while. Okay. Interesting. We probably want to like gray them out when they're done. Well, I don't know. I'm curious how we're going to indicate which AI have an action and which ones don't. I guess let's not worry about it. Let's not worry too much about it. But yeah, the other thing too is that whenever we finish moving, we basically want to stop the player from doing the raycast stuff until we're done moving. So we need some kind of like lock input kind of method. So in the player component, we will have, let's say, I guess I'll make this public. We'll lock input. And I guess when we set this to true, yeah, I guess we need to create a backing variable for this. Yeah, that's probably true. The idea is that when we do this, we want to clear out the current path. So we will have to say get, so this will be get, we would just return input locked. And then for set, we want to say value, or no, input locked equal value. And then before that, say if value, no, if value, then what we want to do is we want to clear path. So if the input gets locked, we clear the path. Otherwise, we just, or after that, we set the input to the value. Then in handle input, say if input locked, return. This basically just means that we've blocked all of the input. And then in the case of, let's say, movement, say move, and then in map.move, or map component.move, what we want is we want some kind of callback for when this is done. So we'll say action, this is the, oh wait, we need system.link, or not system.link, we need just normal system. So the problem here is that because the map uses a coroutine, we have no way of knowing, like whenever we call move from the player component, this will complete instantly, but the coroutine will take some time. And so we have no real good way of knowing when the coroutine is done. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass in a method. And what that method will do is it will be called when the move is done. So we're going to say onMove complete. And then by default, that's going to be equal to, is there like a default action.do nothing or something? Action.empty? Let me double check that. Let's see here. C# default action. Yeah. Must specify the constant, blah blah blah, is equal to null. An action, however, it's easy to check. You want the action.invoke. Okay, right. So we can just say action equals null. And what that will do is, by default, the action will have no value. And so, or we'll just say onComplete. And in the coroutine, I want to pass in onComplete. And then in here, this animate agent, we're just going to pass in an action for onComplete. And now when this is done, we're going to say onComplete with the, is it conditional invocation or whatever, the question mark operator? I don't remember, but yeah, now we just invoke that. And so what will happen is when we do this, we're going to say, when we actually move, we're going to say input locked is equal to, wait, input locked. Did I misspell input? Oh, lock input. Input locked. Call it that. And we're going to say input locked is equal to true. And the reason that we're doing that is so that this setter will actually be triggered instead of, so we're not going to set this directly, we're just going to use the setter to do it. And that way, that code will be triggered. And then when the move is complete, what we're going to do is we're going to pass in a lambda, and it's just going to say input locked equals false for now. And so that will unlock our input. So basically, while we're moving, we won't be able to move otherwise. At least that's the theory. Okay, if I do this, and now I start clicking, yeah, I can't. Okay, perfect. And so now, with that, we can actually pass in a lambda that after we move, we basically end our turn or whatever. Basically make the AI move after we do. But I'm not going to do that quite yet. Because the other thing that I want to do is I want to add in like health bars and stuff so that we can take damage. And yeah, the other thing too is that the AI doesn't currently attack us. And when we attack, we do damage, but we don't change the health of our opponent. Or we do change the health, but we can't actually see it. So we need to add in some kind of like health bar component. And I remember I had tried to do, I had done like a 3D sort of UI, and I just am not a fan of it. Like I had tried to do it and tried to make it look okay, and it just didn't turn out right. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to add in a health bar to this guy, and I think we can make that look all right. So let's add this in to the prefab. Let's move this to isolation. I don't remember what happens when, or no, that's global. Pivot, really? That's local? Okay. Interesting. I guess that's the image? Yeah, okay. I don't remember what happens when you scale a sprite renderer. I know at the very least, creating a health bar with, let's say, actually, let me fix my camera, because saturation's not right. All right, that's slightly better. Slightly better. Okay. Yeah, so normally whenever you create, let's say, a UI object, you can create a mask for objects as children, but in Unity, or in with the sprite renderers, you can't do that. You have to apply like a mask to sprites, and then they have like certain like different masks or whatever. It's pretty bad. I think this is what controls it basically, and we don't want to do that. The problem would be that if we had two health bars overlap, the masks would interfere with each other and it would look kind of weird. So basically these are going to have to be, I think, basically none type sprites. Oh wait, no, sprites don't have a default, do they? They don't, okay. So if we set this to, let's say, the background, sure. And let's change the scale to 1:1:1, and sure. We'll probably fix the actual like sizing of it later. Let's say 5 is the width, 10 is the width. That's too wide. That's probably better. 7. Okay, this will be the health bar. And then let me see if this works the way I think it does. So this is like the normal kind of bar. And let's say if we recolor this to, I don't know, red. This is the bar. Okay, and now if we set this to 0.5 as the scale, that happens. How do I scale this from the right? Or from the left? Either way. Is there a way to do that? Or do I have to set the transform manually? Because this doesn't go at piece, this goes health bar. Sure. I don't like that, but it'll have to work. And then this goes above, yeah. Or do I have to set this normally like that? Whoops. Wait, why did that not work? Hang on. Huh, I don't understand. Whatever. Why does that not work? And is there a way to, I'm trying to think how to change the pivot of this. If I make a parent, and then I move you over to, let's say, there, and I move the parent over to here, I set the parent to 1/2? Yeah, okay, that'll work. That'll work. Alright, so this is 0, this is 1, and I want you minus 0.25. Oh no, minus 0.5? Sure. And u at 0? Or no, u at 0.5? At 0, you're here. I guess at 0.7? 0.07. 5. 7? Sure, oh, because it's 1/7. I get it. Alright. This is the bar. This is the graphic. And then we can put that in there. Okay. And then all we need to do is just change this to say 0.5. That's roughly correct. I mean, we can create a sprite for this really quick. Let me think here. How's this going to work? We can go into, let's say, images, and then we can make a health bar that is, let's say, 1 to 7 in width. Let's say like this. Your width is going to be 21. The height can be 3. That's 1 to 7. Actually, let's set it to 1 to 3. Or sorry, 1 to 6. That should be fine. Yeah, something like that. And then this, we just file, export. Whoops. No, we need to do it here. The width, sure, 512. Also, the camera's screwing up again. God, I hate this thing. I really do. Okay. So yeah, let's export this, and I'm going to just use that on this screen. So assets, images, where? This isn't really pieces, details, sure, HUD, I guess. It's not even right. Trying to think. Sure, like world space UI. All right, this is health bar, outline. And sure, let's export that. And then let's just get a normal, say, square. And, well, sure, let's just get a square, 5 by 5, sure, that's fine. And then the fill is going to be a solid color, it's going to be white. The stroke is going to be nothing. Then we can export that. I think you can do, like, create a square sprite that will do the same thing, but I don't know. This is square. Okay. Export that. All right. So now, if we set this health bar to be, oh wait, we actually need to go into, not resources, but into images. And then this is the world UI. You can set both of you to be sprites at, say, 512, it's fine. Actually, you can be at 256. Okay. So now, health bar for you, we set this to be health bar outline. That'll have an issue, but if we set it to 1, now it's fine. You, we actually want you to appear above, and we want you to appear below. And then we want, let's just call this square. Yep. At 1 and 1 and 0, okay. What we'll do is we will create a parent, not there, there. You will be at minus 0.5. Yeah, that's the edge of that. And then you need to be at 1/6 as your y value. And yeah, your scale there is fine. Your offset for the x needs to be at 0.5, and then I think if we set you to, no, that doesn't work. Oh no, it's the parent where we set it. Yeah, okay, now you scale that way. So let's do 1/, 6.1. And then this is 0.95. Okay. No, I think that's fine. Alright, yeah. And let's just have this be raised up a little bit. So say 0.65. Did I? Okay, no. Wait a minute. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I want this to be like right there. Okay. And we can set this to be its own prefab. And it's good that we're modifying the enemy and not the actual... Oh, this has the pulse component on it. Okay. I don't want that in there. I want that there. The reasoning is because I don't want the health bar to pulse as well. I only want the enemy to do that. So now, since we modified the enemy component, did we modify the peace component? We did. Ah, okay. Thing is, the player doesn't need to have a health bar. There's no good reason for it. Because we already have the health display to the left. So I'm just going to search for player and then it's the prefab. Okay. I think we can just remove stuff from this, right? Oh, really? We can't? Oh, that's BS. Okay. That's annoying. Well, you know what? Fuck you. We can hide it. Yeah, how about that? Alright. Screw you, Unity. Okay. Why does that not appear? Did I hide it for all of them? I might have done that. I did, damn it. Alright. Player, we just want to hide it for you. Yeah, there we go. And we can make the player its own prefab later, but yeah, now they have health bars, so that's good. Might even be able to add names or something, I don't know. Yeah, health bar is good. Okay, now we need to attach the health bar to the actual health of the unit, and that's not too hard to do. We're just going to create, I think, a script for that. So in the Visual Studio, yes. We'll go into here, we'll create a health bar component. Or we'll call it, yeah, no, health, no, we'll say resource bar component. Sure, that'll work. No, it won't. Yeah, screw it, we'll just do health bar. I might do resource bar for the player UI, but this isn't gonna follow the same rules. So this will be namespace. No, yes it will. Yeah, we'll repurpose it if we need to. We'll say red plus blue.game. Okay. And so basically what we want to do is we want to attach this to a unit, and when the unit's health changes, we want to change the size of the health bar. So the way that we will do that is in the unit component, or not unit component, but in unit itself, when the unit takes damage. So in this case, we have an action already, where when the unit dies, we might be calling this, and what that will do is that will just conditionally call this action if when the unit dies. We want to do the same thing when the unit takes damage. So we want to say public action, and here we want to pass in the current health and the max health. So we'll say on take damage. So in the take damage, say on take damage, question mark. We want to call the amount, oh whoops, we'll say invoke with the current health current, and then we will say the max health, or the health max. So that way we know how much health we have and how much we could totally have. That way we can compute the percentage with the health bar. Oh my god, the camera's screwing up again. This was the camera that was recommended to me. I don't know why. It's so terrible. So in the health bar component, what we will do is we'll say public void, or we'll say public unit. Is it unit or is it unit component? We'll actually create a protected unit target. We'll say public void set unit or something. Sure. Say if no, with set unit we want to say unit unit. Yeah, that'll work. And we need in private void awake, what we need to do is we need to check this for a unit component. So we'll say var unit is equal to get component, unit component. So get the unit component on the object. Actually, no, that won't work because this health bar component is going to be its own thing, so let's not even worry about that. In the AI component, we'll do this, basically. And what this will do is we will say public void on change. No. This will be int current, int max. And so what we will have is we will also have a game object, so this will be the bar. Or no, this will be a transform. This will be the bar. So what we want to do is on change, we want to say bar dot local scale is equal to new vector 3, and it will be the x value is our scale, 0.0f, or no, this will be bar dot local scale dot y, and bar dot local scale dot z. But for current, I think we will say, I think we want to be using system. And we will say convert dot to float, or to single, I think. Yeah, to single. Current divided by max. And that'll give us the percentage. This convert to single basically just converts this integer to a floating point number, because you can see it returns a float here. There are ways that you can do this otherwise. What it'll do is it'll cause this division to be floating point division, and oh my god, the camera. Oh my god. Come on. Why? It's just so sensitive and I don't understand. I really don't get it. Alright. Basically, this caused this division to be floating point division. You can also do it as this. Since it evaluates left to right, it'll evaluate the floating point number here, cause this to become a floating point number, and thus all of this. It just avoids integer division. But this is just the more accepted way to do it, which is using the convert class from system. And it's generally better to do that rather than doing casting or things like that. So what we will do, okay. So what we will do is we will say on set unit, what we want to do is we want to say unit dot on take damage. Wait, it shouldn't be on take damage, it should be on, did I really name it that? Oh my god, it's on health change. Yeah, that's better. So say unit dot on health change is equal to, or we're going to say plus equal to on change. And then in on destroy, I think we need to clean this stuff up ourselves. Say private void on destroy. If oh wait, no, actually never mind. It's not you that we need to change. It's in the unit, I think. So yeah, whenever on change is called, we just reset the scale of the actual bar. Okay. Then in unit component, is it unit component? No, I think it's, yeah, it should be unit component actually. we will have a health bar component. Say health bar component, health bar. Then we'll say unit.take damage, unit.onDeath. We'll say if health bar, then health bar dot set unit to unit. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So now, if we go into the prefab here, and we add the stuff that we need to add, and then we link things as they need to be linked, what we should be able to do, open in isolation, we'll say open U in isolation, mark this as a health bar component, and then the actual bar is going to be this. This is going to be the pivot, and this is going to be the actual bar. Okay. Then in piece itself, this is now has a health bar component, and in here, we will put this in here. And now, when these take damage, they should actually update their health bar. And in unit definition for the marble rook, why are you not? There you are. Okay. You just set your health to, let's say, 5. So we do 1 damage. So what should happen is we should see this update. Yeah, that does not do what I want. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. What we need to do is we need to set that to be the pivot and not the actual bar. But otherwise, it kind of works. We also probably want to give it a background, now that I think about it. It's in prefabs, it's in piece, and then in health bar. Open in isolation. Okay, that's not the actual bar, that's the bar. This is the bar, this is graphic. And then we probably want a background. This will be the background. Okay. And it will be at health bar 0. We want this to be health bar 2, and then the graphic can be at health bar 1. This will be like the fill. And then you probably just want like a kind of desaturated gray, maybe a lighter gray, something like that. Then you'll be at health bar 0. So whenever we rescale this to say 0.5, we'll get that. Yeah, perfect. And that should have updated everything. So now if I go here and I hit you, yeah, your health bar updates. And then when it reaches 0, you die. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, okay. So if we move, or if we let you move, nothing screws up. We do need to clear the path when we do that. Yeah, other than that, it's weird that you decided not to move. Now you did. Okay. I don't blame you for not moving. Okay. So yeah, I think this is working pretty well. You can see I haven't updated this. I had intended to do some work on this, but I just never did. But I will do it at some point. Yeah, I kind of like this. So our own health. Now we actually need to figure out how that's going to work. But actually, I think what I want to do first is I want to get the attack animation working. Because that way, we can see when the AI is trying to attack us. Well, yeah, that's probably fine. Alright, but yeah, I want to get the attack animation working. It's going to be super simple, so not really, won't really take any kind of time. Let's open you in isolation. I think we could do the animations in isolation, right? Yeah, the animation is here. So what we want to do is we want to add an attack. So in piece, in arms, we'll say arms attack. And what will happen is we just want, let me put an axe in your hand just so we can see it. It's an item, image, say axe marble. Sure. 0, 0, 0. In arms, in hand. That hand, cool, just 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Wrong hand, okay. That hand. Okay, can we actually see this? There you go. Alright. Basically just want this to be kind of tilted a little bit. Alright. Roughly like that. Okay. Then in the arms attack motion, what we want is, let's turn on keyframe recording. The left hand, because I think everyone's going to just be left-handed, just giving how it works. We want that, oh whoops, no, we want that to start normally where it is. Then I guess at like 1/3, we want it to raise up, raise the weapon, and then at 1/2, we want it to be all the way down. Let's say, no, we want this to be local. We want it to be all the way down, want the axe to be down, yeah, something like that. And then it will recover over that amount of time. So something like that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. We do need the other arm to animate a little bit. So we'll have that one go down a little bit. And it'll sort of complete, like, balance out the animation. So have that go down a little bit. And then we'll have it stay maybe a little bit there. And then, yeah, just go back to here. So the second arm does a little bit of something. Not a huge fan of that. Yeah, that goes it just ends up down too fast. So maybe delete this, delete that. Let's have the other arm go. Well, no. Kind of want it to go down a little bit and be a little bit off-timed, like that. And then here, have it come back to up. Yeah, something like that. Maybe. Not quite. Alright. Go, whoops. No. You go up a little bit. Yeah, something like that. It's just so that it kind of balances out the animation a little bit. I think it's fine. Okay. So that's the attack animation. Now we can delete this because we don't need it. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to, in the piece animator, wherever that might be, in you. Yeah, we have the idle. We need to have a trigger for attack. So to here, and then that will have an exit time. And I guess there's blending. Yeah, that should be okay. That's probably fine. But you, parameters, we want a trigger for attack. Okay. And then you, we can, oh, we already have the transition. Okay. And that just has the attack. I don't think there's going to be an exit time for that. Sure, the transition duration can be 1/4 of a second. That's probably fine. So yeah, now we should just have to set that animator. All right. The question is, I guess that's in the unit component that will have a reference to the animator. Probably, yeah. So a public animator, animator. this case, I probably want an attack method. And I'll just say unit component other. Sure. And what we'll say is in here, the animator will say .set trigger to be attack. And right now, I guess other dot take damage. I guess we'll say int damage. Then other dot take damage. Yeah. And now we'll have to figure out how the player component actually deals with this. So I don't remember. Oh, just it does that. All right. Do we have a unit? Does the player actually reference its own unit component? It does not. It needs to, though. Wait, does the agent component reference the unit? It does. Okay. I don't know that I like referencing things to the agent, but sure. Should be agent.unit.attack. Oops. Attack tile.agent. Something like that. And deal 1 damage. .agent.unit. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, the camera again. This thing. Alright. Trying to think of how to deal with that. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, we're attacking. I'm going to change these parameters. We attack a unit for 1 damage. That's how I want it to read. Attack you for 1 damage. Alright. So yeah, that should set the attack trigger, and everything should be fine. We do, however, need to assign the animator now, because normally we didn't. So if we go into here, then we open this in isolation. Right, health bar, unit definition, agent. Okay, yeah, you have the animator. And then that's on the model. Yeah, the animator is on the model. All right. There we go. So now we should get the attack animation whenever we attack things. Yep, we do. Okay. I like that. Cool. Doesn't tell us how much damage we do, but we can fix that. Yeah, you also don't react when you take damage. We can change that. Trying to think if we want that to be directional, but I don't think we do. I think we just want you to, you know, take damage or something. Just kind of get thrown back. So sure, let's do that. In here, let's go into the open asset in isolation. Open prefab in isolation is what I mean to say. And so we have the arms idle. I think we did this with arms and eyes as 2 separate layers. So if we create a new clip for this. This is assets, animations, the piece. This is going to be the body take damage. Okay, so when you take damage, we basically just want you to kind of reel back a little bit. And it's just going to be to the left, kind of like that. You'll get hit back, and also on a little bit of an offset, kind of, well, actually here, kind of reel back. And then over time, you will just correct it. Yeah, that's not sudden enough. All right. Let's move that here, and then we'll delete this. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit better. Sure, we'll have you get actually thrown up a little bit. Yeah, we'll add in some blood splatters or something, but yeah. Okay. And then in the actual animator, I think we need to add another layer. Yeah, another layer. And that's the top layer. This is the body. And I forgot how we did this. I think it's that you use an additive one. Is that right? They all have weight 0. You have weight 1. I don't know why you have weight. Oh, you have weight 1. Okay, sure. Then we'll just delete this. And the body, the default is going to be idle. But we want to create you. We want the motion to be take damage. This is going to be take damage. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll make a transition to here and then make one back. And we need to create a parameter, call it take damage. Really just take hit, but it's fine. So in idle, you can leave idle only if the take damage trigger is shown, and there is no exit time. Whoops, I think the duration, I think actually it's the other way. That's at 1, and then that is at 0. Technically no exit time though. You, on the other hand, do have an exit time. The exit time is still at 1, but with a 0 duration. Alright. So that should be fine. And so now, let's remove the keyframe recording. Nope, that's wrong. In take damage, what we say is animator dot set trigger, and that will be take damage. So now they should react when we hit them. It's of course not the best animation in the world, but it's, you know, what I can do. Yeah, so they do take damage. They do get thrown back a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, we can add some kind of effect whenever we hit them. And also some kind of slashing effect. Yeah. They do take damage, not on an offset though. I think we can set the delay, right? I think that's a thing. Oh, we can't. Interesting. Is there a way to delay this? I mean, there's a way to do it with like a coroutine, I think. I am curious. Problem is that this calls take damage immediately. So what we might be able to do is with a coroutine. So I think you can do start coroutine. Can you just pass in, let's say we just pass in a lambda here. Do you let us do that? And even if we yield return null, sure. Are you considered part of an IEnum? You're not. Damn it. That's annoying. Okay. I mean, because what we can do is we can, well, I mean, we can create the function in here, right? Can we? Can we say new enumerator? System collections. Enumerator. New enumerator. Can we just do this? Will you let us? Can I create an instance? So you can't really do this with, because you can do this in Java, right? Use a discard. No. There's no way to do that. All right, that's annoying. All right. I mean, I really don't want to put this, because what I can do is I can just put protected enumerator. yeah, take damage basically. Problem being, actually wait, no. Why? Shouldn't I be able to, wait a minute, no. I should be able to do this. I should be able to do this. Because this should be function, yeah, no, this is BS. I should be able to do this. Because what I should be able to do is I should be able to declare a function from, let's say, some action, and then we return IEnumerator. And then we say, I don't know, do on, or execute with delay. That should be an action, and it can return, should be able to do yield return null, no? Let's say action. Expression, not all code paths return a value. Really? So you can't, but could you return a lambda with yield return null? Can lambdas just not yield? Is that what it is? Or do you need like some kind of extra async thing? No, it really won't let you do that, will it? That's interesting. That's interesting and annoying. Like, very annoying. Alright, I don't know what to call this. I guess animate take damage. Then, I guess, some kind of delay. Is there really no way? No, I don't believe you. Unity coroutine on delay. On delay. Trigger a delay with coroutine. Create a new method. Oh, fuck that. Oh, invoke. Wait a minute. So we can use invoke. So, oh, you can invoke a method on delay. Is that it? Damn it, really? Okay. No. Unity mono behavior. Alright, surely there's a way. Let's invoke repeating, start coroutine, fixed update awake, update. Surely there's a way. This is just, it seems really lame that you have to create a method for that. That's just really stupid. Oh my god, that's just so stupid. I could add the delay into the animation, but I really don't want to do that. That's just even worse. Alright, fine. God, this is the stupidest thing. Like, seriously. It's new, wait 4 seconds. Like, there's no reason. Like, there's just no reason for this. Oh wait, actually. No. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna be clever. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be clever. Yeah, we're gonna be really clever, actually. Yeah, alright. You wanna play that game, Unity? We'll play that game. Alright. Yeah. Sometimes I'm too clever for my own good. Oh, okay. So yeah, public static class. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add an extension method. This is pissing me off. Alright, so public static, let's say invoke. No, what on earth? No. Say void, invoke, and then we're going to say action. Yeah, we need Unity Engine. We're going to say using system. Okay. So we're going to invoke this. We're going to invoke something on a mono behavior. Mono behavior, sure. And then it's going to be some kind of action, does something, and then we're just going to pass in a delay. Okay. And so what we should be able to do, all right, no, this will only, right, but this gives us the same problem because we don't have a method on the mono behavior that we can actually invoke. Damn it. Because there's no method that returns a default enumerator. Okay, wait a minute, public static enumerator. Can we have a static method that does it? I actually don't know this. Enumerator. Run with delay. And then this will be the float delay. And so what we can then do is we can say yield return new wait for seconds delay. And then we can say, yeah, okay. And we'll just say action, action. And then sure, action dot invoke. Okay, and then with this invoke, we just say mono behavior dot start coroutine run with delay, and then this will be the delay. Then action delay. Okay. I think that'll work. All right. Fuck you. Okay. So now we just say, you know, invoke interesting. All right, because we haven't imported. All right, yeah, we haven't imported it. So using red plus blue dot extensions. There we go. So say invoke, and this will be a lambda to animator dot set trigger, take damage, and then we'll say at half a second. Can I convert? Wait, really? What? Red plus blue dot extensions. You should have a mono behavior extension. Really? Why can you not find that? This is invoke, okay, on a mono behavior. That's weird. So can we start coroutine mono behavior extensions dot invoke? That one works. No, really, why does that not work here? I am confused. Is there something I don't understand about extension methods? Because this counts as an extension. This is a static class, this is public static. Am I dumb? Because should this not be, I don't know why we don't get any overrides for this. Huh. Is there some reason we can't do this? Is it sealed? Is there something that we're just not allowed to touch with it? Okay. So that might be why. We may not be able to because it's like an extension of a native class, but no, I don't believe that. Sure, invoke 1. Sure. 1? Why? It does not exist in the current context, but it does. You are wrong. So we can do it with this, but we can't do it here. So that's fine. But now if we rename this, and we change the name here, no, that's allowed, but that's not. Why? Okay, sure, whatever. Why is that not allowed? I am very confused. If someone knows, please tell me. That would be really good to know. Now let's test that that actually works. I assume it does, but we do need to test. Whoa. Please fix random is ambiguous. Okay. That's fair. I think we can do that with a using directive. So we can say using random. What is it? Using random equals unity engine random. Yeah, that's the directive. Okay. Cool. Let's check this out and see if it actually runs. So this should have a delay. There we go. And yeah, half a second's probably fair. We can update it, but yeah. Yeah, just to notify us that that thing actually took damage. Question is, what'll happen when you die? Seems like it's fine. I don't know how Unity deals with all that, but it definitely seems to deal with it all right. Okay. I mean, really, this should be... I mean, really, the way that it should work, actually, now that I think about it, is that it really shouldn't be the take damage that does it. What it should be, we should set the trigger immediately. What it should be is the attack should have a delay on it. So it should be other.takeDamage should operate on a delay. That's how we want that to work. Because then, even when the unit dies, it won't die actually until our axe hits it. Because you saw earlier what was happening is we'd swing our axe, and before our axe would actually hit, it would die. But this way, the damage isn't actually calculated until our axe hits. Yeah, see that? The health bar doesn't even go down until our axe hits. That way, our axe, yeah, there we go. I like that a lot more. Also, something broke. Huh. I don't know what broke there. It's interesting. I guess... yeah, something broke, and I don't know what that... I think it's other.takeDamage. I wonder if it's not attached... No, it should be attached to the coroutine. On death, let's say stop all coroutines. Yeah. On death, let's stop all coroutines. Just in case one was started. Well, actually, I think that should happen normally, but I also don't know. I assume it happens normally. Yeah, so let's see, if we're hovering over you when you die, okay, that seemed to be fine. Yeah, I think there's something weird with the coroutines, but let's check. Okay, so if we're hovering over that space when you die, okay, yeah, everything's fine. Cool. Now we get to see the AI attack us. So, the way that we want to do that is probably in like the AI controller. Or no, it's in the AI component, right. So what we want to do is, this is basically the code for moving to the player. What we want to do, so we check the adjacent. Oh wait, no, is this adjacent to the target? This is adjacent to the target. So we probably want to compute the adjacent tiles, and we check the adjacent tiles for ourselves. No. We want two methods. We want public protected move to target, and that needs to be void. Nope, that's not how you spell void. That is though. Then a protected void attack target. Okay, so there's two options. We either move to the target or we attack the target. And so with this, we just say, I think it's unit, or no, is it? No, actually, what is it? What is our unit component? It's agent.unit. All right, agent.unit .attack target .unit, no, target. Wait, is target an agent component or a unit component? I think it doesn't really matter. So target is an agent component. All right, agent.unit. Yes. So the tiles and map think in terms of agents, and then we think in terms of units. So this will do 1 damage to the target.unit. Okay. And so what we need to do is we need to check. So the way that we decide this is we say if, we'll say var distance. Ooh. The way that we determine the distance, well no, the distance should be, oh god, how do we determine if we're adjacent to the target? Because we can determine if the x offset and the y offset are both less than 0. So yes, say adjacent to target, and that's going to be equal to mathf.abs of target.x minus agent.x is less than or equal to 1, and the mathf.abs of target.z and agent.z is less than or equal to 1. And if both of those are true, that means that we are currently adjacent to our target. Why do you not like that? This is a float. Is that a float? Oh, whoops. Minus that, yeah. And so what we say is if adjacent to target, then what we want to do is we want to attack. Otherwise, we just move. Okay. And so yeah, each AI will then evaluate whether it's adjacent, and it will attack if it can. We do want to make sure that the player has enough health to survive this, because Otherwise, it might delete our player, and we don't want that to happen. That will cause many, many, many problems. Yeah, I think we do. Okay. Our health bar will not update yet, but we will work on that in a minute. You're broken. Okay. Okay, so we can attack. Awesome. And now you should attack us. The rest of you should move to us. So we got 3 moves, and then you attacked. Yeah. Okay. And so now our player... I think the player took damage, right? We should take damage twice now. 1, 2. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, we take damage, and then we can deal damage. Perfect. Alright, now our health bar needs to actually update to reflect that. So, the way that we shall do that is we can... Well, we can do one of 2 things. Because we have a health bar component. I guess we'll create like a resource bar component, and that'll just work for the UI. So that'll be for the HUD, and then... Or wait, no. I guess technically we'll have it in the UI. Sure, why not? This will be a resource bar component. We'll have a namespace, red plus blue dot game. Okay. And so the health bars are done on the Unity engine.ui. So we need Unity engine.ui. And all we need to do is we need to reference the rect transform of the bar itself. This will be like the fill area. And then we just need a public void set unit. This will be unit like that. Protected unit, and then a public public void on change, and then we'll say int current, int max, not in matrix, in max. And then yeah, basically we'll do the same thing as we did for the health bar component. Basically the same code. It'll be a little bit different because it won't be on this axis. Since the player's health has a vertical fill, it's actually the y-axis that we change. Something like that. So vector 3, and then this comes from system. Say using system. No, I guess Unity engine.ui is not required. Okay. Let's say unit.on health change. It's going to be plus equal to on change. Yeah, just plus equal to on change. Okay. This is the resource bar component. So the HUD, when the HUD controller, So I think the player, their unit may not be created on awake. So it's the player component that will have the agent that will have the unit, which I don't like pathing through so many things to find, but yeah. So yeah, this gets created on awake. Damn it, the camera. I hate this camera, I really do. Okay, so this needs to be on start then, when the health bar component actually activates. And really it needs to be in the HUD controller component, in the private void start. What we need to do is we need to say that the player is equal to find object of type player component, and we'll say player dot find or dot get component. So we want to get the unit component from the player. Oh god damn it, seriously? Really, this camera's really pissing me off. Alright. Yeah. Okay, and then this will be the unit is We'll do that. Fuck off. Alright. So the public, we need a health bar and a mana bar, but right now we're just going to have a health bar. Health bar. Health bar, yes. So what we'll say is unit dot, or no, health bar dot set unit. This will be that unit, or no, it'll be, can we get the unit from there? No, we can't. It's the, let's say agent component. Let's say agent. It'll be agent.unit. There we go. Why? Oh, because we can't get it from the unit component. Okay, never mind then. So we'll go in here and then we'll actually have a public. Let's rename this. Make this public, and then it will be a get with a protected set. Yeah. Just to convey how I want that used. And then it will be unit.unit. Yes, okay. And so that should attach the player to the, or should attach the player unit, the actual unit that represents the player's unit to the HUD. And so for that, we need to go into this canvas. And then, where is it? It's in here. Yeah, in here we have the belt, health, which this has the health bar component. And then this will be the bar. And then the HUD here has the health bar. Oh, not health bar component, sorry. Resource bar component. Yeah, there we go. And that has the bar. Okay. And yeah, there we go. So now we need to set these to be full to begin with, though. Yeah. And now we should take damage. So let's hit Q. You should punch us. Yeah, so we start taking damage. 2. Okay. Now we should take damage again. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Cool. I like it. It does get a bit hard to see whenever there's a bunch of health bars, but there's not really much we can do. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay. And I don't know if move and attack is going to be a thing. It probably is. But, yeah. So yeah, now we can wander through the dungeon. We can kill a bunch of dudes. Yeah, I kind of like that. We do need to fix some of the graphics, but other than that, I kind of like this. When we die, I am uncertain what happens. I think we'll get a bunch of errors because, well, let's find out what happens when we die. Probably nothing good, if I had to guess. Alright, the next hit should kill us. Yeah, we get at least one error, but that's actually it. Okay. I thought that was going to be worse than that. Okay. Seems like they built this in a pretty robust way. Okay, so the question now is what on earth do we do next? So we have about 30 minutes, and I am not sure. Trying to think of what we can actually do. Let us take a look at what we've got here. What else did I want to do? I actually don't know. It's weird. Might be able to work on, we could work on the inventory stuff, I guess. That might be fine. Because one thing I wanted to do was change the equipment in the player's inventory. Like whenever you right-click something, equip it, basically. Let me see. Let me think about how that would work really quick. I think what we need to do we reference the player. So actually we just need to reference the player's unit through the player unit component. So yeah, we have the player itself. All we would need to do is with the item in inventory. This I think references its parent, yeah. So, So this can't be raycasted anymore. Okay, on pointer enter, on pointer exit. So I think we just need to add a pointer click handler. We need to set it to right click. Oh my god, the camera again. Are you going to fix yourself? No. No, you're not. Okay. Okay. Let me think about this. Because what I'm thinking is that on right click, what we want to do is we want to go into, basically want to take the player, find the unit, and then I think we can tell the unit to equip stuff. I think that's how I did it. Create item in hand. So it's the item in left versus the item in the right hand, and that's just the item definition. So yeah, I think we could do that. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a 5-minute break, 5 to 10 minute break, get some food, get some water, and then we'll come back and we'll just make it so that we equip stuff when we right click it. I think all of that should work. Yeah. I'm trying to think through it really quick. I think it should all work. So yeah, we'll do that whenever we come back, and that'll kind of round out the stream. So see you in 5 minutes. Alright, and I am back. So let us start this. Okay. Checking the camera. It seems that even though the light adjusted a little bit, the camera has not, so that's good to know that it's completely inconsistent. Okay, so what we need to do is when we right-click on an item in the inventory, we need to be notified of that. So let us implement, yes, that's the word. I think it's pointer click handler? Sure. Is that what we want? Maybe. Sure, let's try that. Because I'm not sure how that interacts with the other handlers that we're using, but let us, I guess, try to figure it out. So what we want to do is pointer click. I think just we say if event data dot, what is it, button, and we get, oh, we get in pointer event button. So let's see if it's equal to dot input button dot right. So if we right click something, actually if it's not, then let's just return. It's not equals that, let's just return, we do nothing. Otherwise, we say that what we want to do is we say play, or no, say inventory. I think we can say game manager dot instance dot player dot agent dot unit. God, so bad. Sure. So say var item is equal to the item in the left hand or right hand. Right hand, I think. Say that. What we want to say is that item dot item or dot definition. Wait a minute. No, you're an item definition. Okay. So this will be unit. What we'll say is we'll say unit dot item. Or no, we do need to save that. So the held item is equal to unit dot item in right hand. We'll say is that our definition, or that unit dot item in right hand is equal to our definition, and then we will say that definition is equal to, whoops, definition is equal to held item. Then we'll say refresh graphics, yeah. Damn it. This camera. All right. So we will refresh our graphics, and then what we want is we want the unit to equip an item. We really want that to be a thing, but it's not. So I guess we say unit, or wait, actually, how does the unit deal with that? Deals with it via refresh graphics? I mean, we can do that for now, but that's not going to be the way to do it at the end. Or, that's not the best way to do it. But sure, now we can just have you refresh graphics. In theory, that should just work, right? I mean, there's certain issues with this, but other than those issues, it's fine. So now, in theory, if we move all the way over to here, we grab one of these axes that isn't the slate one. So let's say we grab the marble one. If we right-click this, we get the shield. That's not what I want. I want item in left hand. Item in left hand. Okay. So yeah, that works better than I thought it would. Goes there. Okay. Yeah, let us, whoops. Okay. We can kill you. you drop anything for us? No, you're gonna make it inconvenient. Okay. Oh my god. Stop. I don't care. Okay. So sure, we'll grab the sandstone one. Why? Why did that happen? Am I... Okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm referencing this twice. That's the problem. Yes. Alright. Let's try this one more time. So we grab you, and yeah, okay. So now we can swap between them, that's great. And yeah, they keep their graphic. Okay. I have 2 copies of the slate axe. Or granite? Yeah, these 2, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, I like that. Now the other problem is that we don't know whether a weapon is left or right-handed, and we probably want the unit to figure that out as opposed to us figuring that out in this. So what we want to do is we just want to have the unit component itself do the equipping. What we can do is we can say like public void equip. This will be item definition item. Then I guess we can pass, or we can grab the item definition. This will be like the definition that was there before. So we'll say var currently held is equal to, well, it depends on the item. So let's say, let's go to item definition. We'll say public bool left hand. So this will mean that it's in, say, in left hand. Otherwise, it's in the right hand. So we'll say that the currently held is equal to in left hand. So if this is the left hand, then we will use the item in the left hand. The item in left hand. Otherwise, item in right hand. Okay. And then we will return whatever the currently held is. And then we will say that the, say, item in left hand, so var hand is equal to item in left hand, or, whoops, no, it's item dot in left hand. Yes, that's what we wanted to do. And then the hand is going to be, will it? No, it's going to be in left hand. This is just going to be an expression. Interesting. Why do you not? Okay, whatever. We'll say if it's in the left hand, then we return the left hand, otherwise item in right hand. And that is going to be assigned to, what is it, item? Oh, does it not do that? Because this should return, oh right, because this is, right, you can't target a field that way. What am I doing? Ugh, gross. Okay, so we'll say if item dot in left hand, then what we want to do is we want to say item in left hand. Damn it, item in left hand is equal to item, otherwise item in right hand is equal to item. And then we return the currently held, and then we refresh the graphics. A little bit wasteful, but it's probably fine. Okay, so now the item in inventory doesn't need to figure any of this stuff out. Just needs to figure that out, and that's the held. So this was the previous, no, this is the held item. Or, yeah, the held item. Okay. and it's going to be equal to unit.equip definition, or .equip, is it just definition? Yeah, it's definition. All right, and so then what we say is if held item, or if there is no held item, then what we do is we destroy ourselves and we return. Otherwise, we refresh our graphics. Or actually, we'll just say definition is equal to that. I think the assignment, yeah, this will execute first. We just say if no definition, then we destroy ourselves. Otherwise, we refresh graphics. That way, if we weren't holding anything, this will just destroy the item on the inventories, like on the inventory belt thing. So yeah, let us check this out. Because now the in left hand, so actually this should unequip the shield, shouldn't it? Yes, okay. Yeah, it unequips the shield, all right. That's not the behavior we want, so we'll go to resources, all of these items. These equip in the left hand. So now this should replace the axe here. Oh right, that's the same axe that we have, so that's not a good comparison. That one changes, but it's kind of hard to see. So we can now change the axe. Okay. Cool. So the other thing we want to test is if the player doesn't have anything in that hand. So we can search for player. Okay. And then let's just say that you start with nothing. Okay. Yeah, your left hand is empty. Whoops. So now any of these should work. So let's grab the sandstone and then we equip it. Yeah, there we go. And now this works. Yeah, okay. So we just, if the player doesn't have anything in that hand, then we just destroy whatever is currently in their hand. Or we just destroy the item itself. And so we get this effect where it looks like it goes into the hand. All right. And we've seen that it can, well, we haven't seen that, but it refreshes the graphics, so it's fine. Yeah, okay, so I'm happy with that. All that, everything seems to work, so that's good. And we have the health working. Next, I think, is to do all the fun stuff with like the magic and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, so tomorrow we get to figure out how the magic stuff works. My theory is that whenever you equip some kind of staff, like I think the magic is going to work basically through stabs, and whenever you equip one, it'll just have stuff appear on the left or on the right here, like just a list of spells or something, and the staffs are probably going to have the spells bound to them or something like that. Or who knows, there might be another screen similar to this where you just have spells and you might be able to just put dice into spells. I don't know, I think that'd be kind of interesting, but I think that'd be too much for this game. And it's probably just going to be magic is going to be your primary stat. So yeah, we'll figure that out tomorrow. And between streams, what I will try to do is I will try to go through and create all the items. And yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, I'll probably just go through and create all the items. Eventually we'll fix the rendering issues, because right now I know there's quite a few of them, but I think they're actually very easy to fix. All we need to do is we need to make sure that the board is always rendered last, and then everything else renders on the same layer, basically. Like all the pieces render on the same layer, and then within the layer, the variation, like the order in the layer is determined by their, not y, but z value. So that was one of the first things I ever did in Unity, was create a system for that. So it's actually not that hard to do. We just need to figure it out. I think we can start at like a ridiculously high number, and then the top of the map is basically, it's like things on this Z level are at, rendered at like, 5, and then here it's 4, and then here it's 3, and then 2, and then 1, etc. So they're rendered front to back, so that it gives this 3D kind of feel. Right now it doesn't work because this is sort of rendered, like right now this is rendered behind the player, which is correct. But if we're over here, it's not rendered correctly because it's technically on this Z level, but it needs to be like 1 higher. Yeah, it's really weird, but we will figure it out. And we'll figure it out tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but at some point we'll figure it out. Definitely before the challenge is up, but yeah. I know, I'm kind of rambling. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will be back here in 2 hours at 3 o'clock Central. That's just sort of the new time. And hopefully we can finish up Geneforge today. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you.